Imagine a river, swollen with relentless rain, transforming from a lifeline into an unstoppable monster. In 1927, the mighty Mississippi did just that. For months, rain hammered the heartland, pushing the river to its breaking point. Then, the unthinkable happened. Levee after levee, built with the hope of taming nature, were breached. An expanse of water, wider than the eye could comprehend, surged across the land. Hundreds of thousands were forced from their homes, their lives washed away in the deluge. Entire towns vanished beneath the muddy waves. This wasn't just a natural disaster. It was a seismic event that reshaped American geography and ignited a national conversation about infrastructure, responsibility, and the very power of nature to humble us all. Imagine a universe, not empty and dark, but filled with an invisible, all-pervading substance. For centuries, scientists believed this, luminiferous ether, was the very medium through which light traveled, like ripples on a pond. In the summer of 1887, in a laboratory in Cleveland, Ohio, two ambitious physicists, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley, embarked on a groundbreaking experiment. They aimed to detect the Earth's motion through this cosmic ether. Their apparatus, ingeniously designed for unparalleled precision, was built to measure even the slightest disturbance, a subtle shift in light speed. But what they found was utterly astonishing. After painstaking measurements, the result was nothing, absolutely zero. No ether wind, no cosmic current, no measurable difference. This profound no result, this unexpected silence from the universe, would shatter established physics and pave the way for a revolutionary new understanding of space, time, and light itself, the dawn of relativity. In the vast, sun-baked plains of Western Australia, a conflict erupted not between nations, but between man and feathered foe. It was 1932, and the land, already struggling under the weight of the Great Depression, faced a new and unexpected threat, an army of some 20,000 emus, driven by hunger and relentless in their pursuit of crops. The farmers, desperate to protect their livelihoods, called upon the military for aid. What followed was a surreal military operation, a desperate attempt to cull the airborne invaders. Soldiers, armed with Lewis machine guns, were deployed, but the emus proved surprisingly elusive, scattering and evading their attackers with astonishing speed. Despite their superior firepower, the soldiers found themselves outmaneuvered and outfought by these surprisingly resilient birds. The Emu War, as it became known, was a humiliating defeat for the Australian army, a stark reminder that nature, sometimes, has a way of fighting back, leaving an enduring legacy of a bizarre and comical chapter in Australian history. The summer of 1764. In the quiet rural hamlets of Gévaudan, France, a terror unlike any other began to stalk the shadows. It started with a shepherdess, savaged by a beast she couldn't identify, yet miraculously unharmed. But the attacks soon escalated. A young girl became the next victim, then another. A creature of immense ferocity, its nature unknown, was loose. Panic gripped the countryside. Villagers huddled behind locked doors as the grisly toll mounted. Over 100 souls, mutilated by this relentless predator. The king himself issued a royal decree, dispatching soldiers, traps, and even silver bullets in a desperate bid to end the carnage. Yet, the beast of Gévaudan continued its reign of terror, leaving behind a legacy of fear, unanswered questions, and a chilling mystery that echoes through history. The year is 1628. Stockholm Harbor buzzed with anticipation. Sweden was about to unveil its pride, its new warship, the asterisk Vasa, a floating fortress, destined for glory. But on this, its maiden voyage, with a royal audience watching, a fatal flaw would seal its fate. As the ship turned, a sudden gust of wind caught its sails. The cannons, only recently shifted, proved too much for the unstable design. The Vasa heeled over, water rushed in, and with horrifying speed, the magnificent vessel sank, a tragic spectacle just yards from the shore. Her first sail was also her last. Yet, 333 years later, this breathtakingly preserved tragedy would be resurrected, a poignant testament to ambition and its devastating cost. The Mediterranean world, at the twilight of the Bronze Age, stood at the zenith of its power and prosperity. Great empires, like the mighty Hittites and the sophisticated Mycenaeans, commanded vast territories. Then, without warning, a shadow fell from the horizon. Around 1200 BCE, a force unlike any seen before emerged from the sea. These were the Sea Peoples, a mysterious confederation whose origins remain lost to time. They descended like a storm, their warbands sweeping across the coastlines, leaving a trail of destruction. Empires crumbled, cities burned, and even the powerful pharaohs of Egypt found themselves fighting for survival. After their cataclysmic sweep, they vanished as mysteriously as they appeared, leaving behind a shattered world and plunging the region into centuries of darkness.